What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. CMA Sports Cards here. I'm Carrie. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be discussing 2025 Bowman baseball and is it actually profitable to buy and rip boxes. I had a video a couple days ago that I ripped 10 boxes on there and had a couple cards I pulled in that video that had no clue how much they were worth, but product's been out for close to a week now, so there's some comps showing up on eBay. And so I wanted to go through and show how you can make money ripping boxes, because a lot of people say you can't. I think this is one of the few products that you actually can. And obviously I hit a very big card, which is gonna really help my numbers. But even without that, I think you can still find a way to be profitable with this set. So have my little cheat sheet here, so let's go through some numbers. So I bought 36 boxes of the 36 blasters. I bought some at Walmart, some at GameStop. They run $30 per box, so that's $1,080 that I spent on the boxes. Add tax, GameStop gives you the 5% pro discount, so all in, I spent about $1,150 on all of these cards. 72 cards per box, so it got me about 2,600 cards, and the breakdown of that is about 1,300 of the base paper, which is some rookie cards, some vets like, superstars like Mike Trout, Ohtani, Paul Skeens is in there, and then you have some rookies like Roki Sasaki, a couple others. I can't think of them off the top of my head. You get about 650 base prospects. Most of the prospects are, guys that are straight out of high school in single A. Some of them might be in the pros, but for mostly it's guys that are, low minor leagues, prospect guys that you're probably going to end up holding a lot of those cards for a couple, 2 to 3 to 5 years until maybe they get called up to the pros when they turn 22 or 23, and maybe that's when you sell those cards. But I tend to sell out of my cards the week the product comes out, or like as quickly as I can, because a lot of times that's when you're going to get the most value for your cards, especially like some of these numbered autos. Like a numbered out of 99 auto is an awesome card, but being that there's so many other lower numbered autos of the same player, I feel like the autos out of 99 are probably like that, and anything above you probably want to sell quickly. Lower ones, obviously, if you pull someone big, you probably want to sell that too, unless you PC that team, or maybe you want to try to grade it. But I'm just gonna sell mine, and I'm gonna show you some comps and show you about how much I made. So back into that, chrome, you got the set has the base chrome, or what they call it, paper chrome, or paper prospects, and then they have the chrome prospects. So you get, seems like about 3 of the paper prospects per pack and about 2 of the chrome per pack. So I said that you got about 360 of those. You get an insert, it seems like, per pack. So I said 216 inserts. The reptilian parallels, which look like this, you get 1 of those per box. Obviously, I'm guessing it's Jesus Made, maybe Jesus Made. I don't know how you say his name for sure, but he's the top guy right now, so this is a pretty good one to pull. There's 150 cards in that set, so pulling 36 like I did, good chance you're going to hit some of the top prospects. I just got lucky and hit the top 2, Made and Condon. And then I pulled 27 numbered cards, and I actually haven't even I've listed like 2 of those on eBay so far, just because I haven't had the time yet to get into all those. But there's definitely some value sitting there that is not going to be included in my numbers. And then I got 6 autographs out of my 36 boxes, which seems to be about right. I've seen a lot of people breaking cases and pulling 7 or 8. So a case of Bowman blasters is 40 boxes, by the way. It's not 20 like most other things. So I think getting 6 out of 36 is maybe a little below average, but I got a couple pretty good ones, so I'm not complaining. All right, so breakdown. What did I do with these 2,600 cards to make money? And a lot of people hate base cards and just tend to throw them away. I took my 1,300 base paper cards, and there's 100 cards per set, and I just sorted them and made complete sets. I was able to make 9 complete sets, and I have 3 other near sets here that I need you need about 30 cards to complete all 3 of those. And these are like my extra duplicates here, which is probably a couple hundred at least. And so what I'll do, I'll go on Twitter and I'll find other people that are set builders, and I'll trade these to finish my sets. Doesn't cost me anything, maybe $3 or $4 to ship a package to someone else, and then they ship a package to me, even trade, you know, whatever. So if you're trying to make sets, I would recommend going on Twitter. There are some like set builder threads that get posted frequently. You can go follow me if you ever want to make a set that I'm working on. I'm happy to trade with anybody. You know, I'll usually do card for card, or if you want to buy the paper cards, usually I sell them 10 to 20 cents a piece or whatever. Little plug there. But anyway, so those right now are selling for about $25. By the time I get mine all listed, I guess I'd get about $20 a piece after eBay fees. Make 16 or so, 15 or 16. So if I complete these and I sell all 12, I'll set I'll net about $200 there. The paper prospects is 150. That was a lot harder to make because you're getting half as many cards, and the set is 1.5 times as much as the base paper. So I only was able to make 1 set of those, but I have 2 other sets that I only need about 20 cards to finish. So again, I have all of these duplicates, and obviously I have more of these because I was able to make so many sets of the base paper. But the paper prospect set right now is selling for about $55. And I said, you know, after eBay fees, net about $45. So if I sell this one and complete these 2, I would net about $135 from that. So already, just selling the base paper cards, we're up to $335, which out of the $1,150, I mean, we're almost a third of the way back to making our money back, and we haven't even sold like what I would say like a valuable card yet. Some of these base paper cards, I looked them up, comps for some of the top prospects are selling for maybe $2 to $3. So you sell 150 card set for, you know, 30 cents per card, because you're moving a lot of the cards that you wouldn't be able to sell otherwise. But you know, people might just rather go buy the complete set rather than trying to buy boxes, and you know, they want the set, but it's easier just to go pay $55, which is less than the cost of 2 blasters. But for me, it moves a lot of base duplicates, and so that's awesome. The Chrome set, I was not able to make any of those sets because you only get 2 of those per pack, so even less than the paper prospects. But right now, the Chrome sets are selling for like $200. So that's kind of awesome. Actually, I saw that if you had the Chrome, the paper, and the base sets, were selling for $400. But I have mine split up, but if I complete these, I may list them all together. But I'm just going individual. So about 160 after fees. I have 1 set that's only 14 cards away. I have another set that will probably be the set I keep for my PC, so I'm not counting that one. But again, 14 cards away, I have probably 300 here that I can use to trade to make that set and to complete my PC set. So at 160, so that puts us up to $495. So almost halfway through, and we haven't got to any autos, any numbered cards, any of the short prints. So this stuff is, sidetrack here, is the stuff that I'm keeping. So these are all the inserts that I'm keeping. I think there's the top 100, and I think I have about less than half. I think you get 1 of these per box. So I have like 35 of these. But all these other insert sets, there's almost 100 total cards, I think. And I have almost the complete insert set. I think I need maybe 10 of those. So I'm keeping those, so I'll set those aside. All these numbered cards that I haven't listed, and some of them are, like this is a gold out of 50 for a Yankees prospect. This is a numbered out of 100 for a Dodgers prospect. Like Yankees and Dodgers always sell crazy. The shimmers sell crazy. So this is a prospect for the Blue Jays with the blue shimmer color match. So that's really nice. A couple of these reptilian, I guess it's like maroon or purple. Those are numbered out of 199, but a bunch of Bowman first chrome numbered cards that don't have listed, bunch of paper first, and then some vets. Like I have some vets that are numbered to 75. Like those probably aren't worth much, but even if they're like $5 a piece. But these aren't being sold yet either, so I'm gonna set those aside. And then I've got all these. These are some of the top prospects that I'm not selling. I'll probably trade them in some lots, but in some chrome. And then a bunch of the reptilians that I just haven't got around to selling. I think I've only listed like 5 or 6 or 7 of them. And then this, I'm keeping this one for right now. Christian Campbell on the Bowman Retro logo refractor. These refractors are 1 in 3 cases. So they're very rare cards. I think I looked at the pack odds and I determined that this print run of this is probably around like 75 or 80. And I think I saw that he's kind of in the running for Rookie of the Year. I don't remember if that's true or not, but this could be a big card, and honestly, it looks pretty good centering wise and condition wise. So I may end up grading this one and just holding on to it for the future. But none of that's listed. These are all duplicate inserts here. I think I have probably 100 or so duplicates. None of those are listed yet, but I do have someone that is interested in buying. Actually, this is a lot of 45 that someone's gonna buy off Twitter, but I'm not counting that either. And then I still have all these others. A lot of these I'll use to trade to get the inserts that I need for my PC. And then these are some team lots that I've been putting together for people on Twitter that asked for them. Haven't come through with any sales yet, but these will probably sell for 10 to 20 bucks a piece. But again, we're not even counting those. And then these are all the other duplicate cards for set builders that will probably be used in trade. Eventually they'll make it to my dollar box in a card show, and we'll get something on that, but I'm not even talking about that today. So all right, we're at 495. So let's get into the autos. So I was lucky enough to pull a JJ Weatherholt, who's one of the top prospects, an orange auto numbered to 25. Obviously, short prints like this, there aren't any comps yet for this one in particular, but this is the paper prospects auto. The chrome prospects auto had a sale and it sold for $1,250. So I have this one up right now. It's only been going for a day and it has like 30 followers, and the bid's like $100 and some right now. I did look up a couple of his comps, which I'll put the pictures on the screen here, to compare the chrome versus the paper version, and it looked like the base auto, I want to say the paper version might have actually been more than the chrome version. Now that's one sample size, so it's probably not true. I would expect the chrome would always be a little bit more, but there's a purple numbered version. The chrome I think did 300 and the paper did like 260. So that was a little less than 90%, which I guess it's, the paper is probably between 80 and 90%. So for this one, I said, if the chrome sold for $1,250, maybe this will get up to $1,000. I don't really know, but I counted it as a net profit of $750, which would be even less if it sold for less than $1,000. I think that'd be around like $900 sale. So keep this one in mind, because this is obviously a big hit that not everyone's gonna get in a case. But I have seen a lot of cases where they've pulled cards similar to this or even better. Obviously, people are pulling one of ones, people are pulling chrome versions. There's a couple of other prospects that are actually selling higher than him right now. But this was a massive hit, but we'll set that one aside for now. Next one that I pulled in my video the other day, this Zaire Hope. It's a green shimmer, which I guess the green shimmers come 1 per case. And I actually pulled 2 green shimmers because I was not buying a case. I bought from like 4 different locations. This one actually had a sale that ended last night. It sold for $323. So we'll say that net would be about $275. Again, crazy big hits that not everyone's gonna get. Keep in mind, but I think I showed that just by selling the paper stuff, you can make back a lot of the money. And then if you get blessed with a good hit, you're gonna make money. If you get some decent hits, you'll at least break even and probably be able to still keep a lot of stuff for your PC. This Sullivan, there's not a not a comp of him yet. I did see that his base chrome auto sold for like, had 2 sales. One was like 25, one was 30. And it seems like the chrome tends to sell for like 3 to 4 times, or what am I saying? The Hope, his green shimmer sold for like 4 times more than the chrome base. So I guesstimated this one might get up to about 100, and we said net 75. Hun Siak Jang, hope I said that right. His have been consistently selling for 65 to 75, so that's going to be a net of about 55 after eBay fees. And then this Chase Burns and Nick Kurtz have been selling for 50 to 60, so I have both of mine on eBay for 50, and so we net 40 there. So did crazy, really, really well on the autos. So if these all sell for what I'm expecting, and no reason that they shouldn't, and being that they're going to be the first week of the product release and they're low numbered autos, it's actually a net of $1,235, which is more than I paid for all the boxes. And add that with all the completed sets, that puts us up to 1,730, and we're not even done yet. The red rookies, which are for the redemption program. So if you didn't see, Topps Chrome has the MVP buyback program, where you can sell back all the base cards for like $20. You get $20 store credit. Refractors is like 40, and then the numbered cards up to like 100 or 200 for Chrome, for whoever wins MVP in the AL and NL. They added something similar to Bowman this year. So if you get these refractors with the red RC logo, these are good for a redemption. If they end up winning Rookie of the Year, you can get $100 credit. And then if they go on to win the Cy Young or MVP, it goes up to 200. If they win it multiple times, it goes up to 300 eventually, like if they get in the Hall of Fame. But you have to complete each step along the way. These could become worth like $1,000 by the end of their career, which, that's a long time away. I'd rather just sell them now. So the Dylan Cruz has been selling for 40 to 50, so I said I'd net 30, and then I said, these other 2 are selling for 5 to 10. I said net 10 on those. So plus 40 there. So we're up to 1,770. The Reptilians, I have these 2. These are the 2 biggest guys. The Mate has been selling for like 50. The Condon's been selling for 30. So let's say net 65 on those 2. I have these other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have these other 7 listed. These are probably going to go for a couple dollars a piece, but I don't really know. So I didn't count them for anything. I have a couple of them already have bids for like $3. We didn't count those at all towards the total. So these 2 are plus 65. We're at 1,835. And then numbered cards, I only listed 1, which was this Cobb Hightower, because I saw a really good post on Twitter yesterday. It was someone breaking down the average price of like the top 75 Chrome Prospect auto cards. That was a great post for me to go on and read, because like I said, a lot of the prospects I don't really know anything about, but to go read through that list gave me an idea of like who are high selling prospects. And so Hightower, I think, was like 11th or 12th on that list for Chrome autos, and I knew I had this green shimmer, not auto, but numbered to 99. And so I listed that on eBay, and that's already got a bid for about $25. So I said net 20. So take a breath. So that puts our total to $1,855. Now, like I said, I got lucky with some of the hits here, but I have so much more value here in these inserts and numbered cards that I'm not selling yet. So if you take away the cost of the boxes, which was $1,150, that leaves me with a net profit of, after fees, of $705, with a lot more that I can make by selling some of these singles, selling some of the inserts. I'll be able to trade up and make more sets and sell some more of those. So long story short, very few products I think are profitable when you open to rip boxes. But if you can get Bowman Chrome blasters, especially in a large quantity from one place, like I don't know if it makes sense to go buy like 2 or 3 boxes here and there at a bunch of different stores and get a large quantity that way. But if you can buy like 10 to 15 or 20, if you can afford that, I think you can really make some money here with this product, especially if you get it soon and sell it in the next couple weeks. So yeah, I should have all this sold honestly within a week, because all my eBay listings end on Sunday, which is 5 days from now. So that's exciting. It's always fun when you can rip cards and make a profit, because like I've said before in my videos, I'll take that money and that's what I'll use to buy the next product. I might end up buying some more Bowman Chrome, Topps Chrome, Topps Series 2, those are all coming out, so I might use that money to buy some of that product. But the Chrome it's also a very fun rip. You get 12 cards per pack, but it's such a variety. You get a couple base cards, and then you get a couple paper prospects, and then you get a couple Chrome, and then there's, you know, the insert and the parallel in there. I think you might get 2 inserts per pack, and then you get a couple more base in the end. It's a very fun pack to open, just because you always see so much variety of stuff. And then, you know, I've had boxes, a couple of the boxes I opened had like 2 or 3 numbered cards or autos in one box. So you could go buy one box at the store and get very lucky, but I've also had boxes where you get literally just like the base, like you get a couple inserts, you get one of the reptilians, and then you get just base cards. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you only buy 2 or even 3 from like one store, you might not get anything good. But that also goes down to having the available funds to be able to buy a large quantity. And I know not everybody can do that. So, but this was, hopefully you enjoyed this style of video. I haven't really done this before. So let me know in the comments if you think this was fun, if you think this is something you would like to see, because I do tend to open a lot of cases, and I don't really show on screen as I'm doing that, like card values, because I don't know as I'm opening. But I think maybe doing a review like a few days after, once I've had time to do some research and see what card values are, I think maybe people might like this kind of thing. I think I would enjoy watching it anyway. So hopefully it helped you make a decision if you want to buy Bowman Chrome baseball. If you do, let me know if you hit anything big. Hopefully you get a nice auto or some low number cards. There are even 1-of-1s and blasters. So that would be awesome if you hit them. Hopefully I'll hit one. But I think I did pretty well with this rip. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you on the next one. Hey, I completely forgot. I said I was going to come back to this Weatherholt out of 25 auto. So I think I guessed I would make about $750 on this card, and I said I wanted to come back to it, but I forgot. So the reason I said I wanted to come back was because this is a massive card that a lot of people aren't going to hit. If I took this card out of the total, I would still almost be breaking even without selling any of those other numbered cards and having all that other stuff to sell. But I did hit this, and so I had to include it. But I did want to make a note that even without this big hit, I still would have at least broken even and had a lot of cool cards for the PC, had the full set, which is usually what I try to collect. So yeah, even if you don't hit a big card, you still can make profit with 2025 Bowman baseball. So highly recommend the product.